Alright boys, today we're going to be looking at the 4-3-1-2 formation custom tactics. This is actually my first custom tactics video on my channel. We've played roughly, I think, 5 or 6 games. Hold on, we'll have a look at João Fila. Okay, we've played 6 games, and I've been trying different instructions, the different type of formations to try and find the right, the right fit, what I think worked really, really well. Now, these are actually really similar instructions and custom tactics that I used when I was using 4-3-1-2 in FIFA 21. So, I mean, it's very, very similar, but this is my first video on it. I thought I'd make a video on it and just show you guys what I found personally worked for me, and I'll then show you guys some examples in game as well. If you guys are new as well, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It is completely free. Without further ado, boys, let's get into it. Custom tactics, we've just done a defensive and attacking. We haven't worried about setting up the ultra attacking or the ultra defensive. Before the defensive, we have just kept it on drop back. I'm pretty sure it's originally drop back 50 and 50. We've made it drop back and we've just put the depth down to 45. We've got position with a width of 50 as well. Now for the instructions, both our strikers are on stay central and get in behind and basic defensive support. Thorgan Hazard is get into the box as well, and I feel like get into the box with your cam, whoever it is going to be very, very important, because sometimes you will notice your cam kind of wanders out to the left a little bit, sometimes to the right, so they kind of, fit into like a right or left cam position, and you will really, really notice having him on get into the box is very, very important, because let's say you've got Christian Tallo or João Felix, if you're running up with them and you've got the ball, Thorgan Hazard will run to the box ready for the ball at his feet. Now for your box-to-box centre mids, we've gone for Moreno and obviously Bellingham, who are mine for defensive, but all just on balanced attack, balanced crossing, and cover centre for their position. Exact same for Bellingham. CDM, we do have him on stay back while attacking, stay on the edge of the box, and cover centre, because you really just want your CDM to stay back at all times. And as for the fullbacks, you've got them both on balance and overlap run. And the reason we've got them on overlap run is because the 4-3-1-2, it's a very slim formation, if you will. It's a very narrow formation. You've got your strikers, you got your cam, you got your centre mids, but you got no wingers, you got no left cams, you got no wide cams. So the fullbacks being on overlap, even if you're ultra defensive, I'd still have them on overlap. It is very, very important, simply because you want to have a source going forward that, that can cross it in. You can't be having, if you have him on stay back at all times and say you've got Bellingham or something, you want to release the ball and say your opponents, your opponent might have, say, constant pressure on overlap or something, or not overlap, I think it's called overload ball side, where he's literally marking everyone. You've got no option to pass to, and having that right back that is overlapping, or left back if you're, in Moreno's case, having that fullback that's overlapping is really, really good for support, and obviously a way you can get rid of the ball and start an attack down the side. Now for attacking, we have just got constant pressure and 50-50, fast build up as well, and just keep that on 50, players in the box. I'm pretty sure we didn't even change the tactics at all for this. I'm pretty sure this is just the default ones for attacking, but make sure you've got constant pressure, fast build up, and for the instructions with the attacking, it is basically the exact same thing, except obviously a more attacking type. So we've got stay central, get in behind, but make sure you've got stay forward for your strikers this time around when you're attacking. Thorgan Hazard, stay forward, get into the box. Once again, exact same thing. So instead of basic defense support, he is on stay forward. Now, what I've done with my centre mids is usually I pick one centre mid that I think is more defensive, which in this case is Bellingham, and I've literally just kept him the exact same, balanced attack, balanced cross, and cover centre. Then I've gone for Moreno, who in my opinion is a more attacking centre mid, and I've got him on get forward, get into the box, and cover centre. So usually it doesn't matter, like it might be different for you guys, but you pick one centre mid out of your 2 centre mids that you can have as a get forward, get into the box player. For example, if you've got Kevin De Bruyne, maybe a Bruno Fernandes, obviously they are very good going forward, so when you're attacking, you'll have him on get forward and get into the box, whereas you'll keep your more defensive type of centre mid, just keep that on balance. Now CDM, we have once again, we've kept on stay back, stay on the edge, and cover centre, the exact same, and the fullbacks as well is the exact same once again with overlap, except they are joining the attack. So the attacking instructions is basically the defensive instructions, just, more attacking, if that makes sense. I'm going to show you guys some examples, some clips I've gotten, and obviously, I'll show you guys some examples of how it looks in game. So boys, this was taken from my Inform SAR review, which is on the channel if you want to have a look at this. So basically, it was just an example on the structure of what it looks like in game. So as you can see, we've got our back four, we've got Hector Bellerin, which actually, this was during the SAR review, so I'm pretty sure it was just a Watford right back. We've got Hermiso as our centre back, Alaba is our centre back, and Marcelo. Now I've got Moreno, who we've just won the ball with. I think we won it with Alaba. We'll just play this back just in case. We won it with Alaba, and then we've given that up to Moreno, who's originally my left centre mid. Pretty sure that's Thorgan Hazard and I'm pretty sure that's Bellingham. I don't know, Herrera's somewhere around here. But as you can see, we win the ball back here. We play forward to Forgan Hazard. We give this up to Sarr as well. Now, this is the two strikers, right? You've got the two strikers here. You've got Forgan Hazard here. And you've got your three centre mids here. So it's Herrera right there. You've got Bellingham there. And you've got Moreno there. So you've got your three centre mids. You've got your Cam, who... Your Cam is actually surprisingly not used as much as you think it will. Your Cam is just more a passing type of player. Same with your centre mids. It's just a more attacking variant of literally a box-to-box centre mid. It's the perfect way to explain it. Using this, and especially last FIFA, you don't really... you don't use your Cam too much. If you're playing your Cam, you don't get too much goals or assists with your Cam. Usually it's your two strikers that you're going to be assisting and scoring with each other, obviously. As you can see, we have Sarr here. Now we actually bring it back, and once again, you can see Forgan Hazard is pushed up a little bit. And you'd actually think it'd be pushed up higher. I'm pretty sure we're defensive at this point as well, which, you know, is a solid example. But this is just an example of a structure as well, you know. Once again, I'm going to pause it right here. So, we've got Marcelo, and this is the overlapping runs, lads. And this is why the overlap is so important with the fullbacks. Once again, you've got the two strikers, Forgan Hazard, Bellingham, Herrera, and Moreno. So you've got our three centre mids there. You've got your right back here and your centre backs. Now, Marcelo, as you can see in the corner, he started triggering that run right here. You can see, usually, if I saw that, I can't lie, I didn't even see this in the game, but if I saw that, you know, you could do an over the top right here to Marcelo, who's starting to run into it. And that's why it's so important having that overlap run, because it is a very, very narrow formation. As you can see, we end up sending Sarr through, which is for getting behind instructions, and he does bag that. But João Felix, your two strikers link up a lot in this formation. Let's just say that. Once again, we're going to rewind it. Your two strikers, so I'm pretty sure we've got Alaba, Moreno, who's our left centre mid, Marcelo, who starts overlapping. We ignore that overlap, although it wouldn't be a bad idea. Get in behind, stay central. There it is, boys. Sarr, making that run. Now, it's just a prime definition of how this formation is going to work for you guys. But yeah, like I said, Marcelo overlapping, whoever your fullback is, overlapping is really, really important because it offers an extra attacking source down that wing. It gives you more options instead of you having to stay narrow. And as well with the fullbacks, it's just really important to have fullbacks with good work rates. Like high attacking work rates for me is a must with fullbacks, simply because of how effective the overlapping runs will be in that position. As you can see, we bring the CDM up a little bit. We've got Sarr, we play, I'm pretty sure Forgan Hazard, play a little bit of a 1-2. And once again, you can see Marcelo is making an overlap run. And that is just why overlapping runs are so important. So boys, hopefully this video did help you guys out. If you are new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let me know down below as well what you think of these tactics if you've tried them out. I've spent, like I said, 6 or 7 games trying to find the right tactics for me. And I feel like these are the tactics I've settled on. You've got a really good balance with the fullbacks overlapping and all that good stuff. If this did help you out, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And until next time, see you later.